is 6:01 here on your Thursday morning. Thanks for starting your morning with us here on WHAS11. I'm Jim Stratman.
And I'm Gabriel Gonzalez. You know, I like a morning when you can smell the rain, but it's not actively raining.
Okay. Yeah,
Right.
I mean, it is kind of that sense of a peaceful, kind of calming smell.
Especially
for you
when
there.
we haven't really smelt it in a long time.
That's true. We've been dealing with too much snow to be able to smell the rain, Matt.
Yeah, rain has a cleansing
It does, see?
property to it. Yes, so we do have cleansing rains is what we can call it this morning, scattering across Kentucky. And some of us over in northern Indiana seeing some snow showers as well. But right now across the Louisville Metro, we're in a bit of a quiet period. Temperatures staying into the mid-40s near the airport, 44 Bowman Field, 46 downtown. Southern Indiana, we've got 37 in Bedford, 32 Seymour, 44 Shepherdsville, and 44 also near Hodgenville. But here's our mess that we have this morning. You'll notice we're seeing some of those snow showers developing just towards Seymour and Bedford. Rain showers scattering towards the south of that near Louisville and especially near Elizabethtown and Campbellsville. This pattern is going to continue through at least the rest of the morning, with those snow showers likely still around for those portions of southern Indiana. But we do have clear skies headed our way just into the afternoon. Notice those clear conditions stretching all across the Midwest. That's going to head our direction throughout the 12 p.m. hours. So these rain showers will start easing up as we enter the later hours of the morning. Closer towards 8 a.m., most of that activity fades off. Farther towards the east, by 12 p.m., we've got that sunshine back with us and temperatures continuing to stay into the lower to mid-50s. Later into the evening, a few passing clouds, and then we are entering a very sunny stretch to arrive for Friday morning. Still off to a cooler start. The temperatures will start increasing throughout Friday afternoon into the lower to mid-60s. So a few passing showers still around for our morning commute to school. On your way back, you can expect temperatures to be in the lower 50s with more sunshine. That's a look at your weather details. Update on traffic this morning. We do have some slow spots to report on. First one is on the Gene Snyder, where there was an accident that occurred, and that is on after Shelbyville Road, exit 27. There is a live view for you to check out this morning. Looks like things are moving along fine. We do have another situation that happened on I-65. This is where a vehicle fire occurred, and that is at I-65 at I-265 near mile marker 28. So keep that in mind this morning. Jim, Gabe?
Matt, thank you very much. We turn now to our top story this morning. JCPS has a very clear understanding, or at least a clearer understanding, of how the district ended up in a $188 million hole.
Auditors found 8 high-priority areas that they say led to the massive deficit. Here are some of those areas. JCPS does not have a clear framework for financial oversight, which weakens accountability. JCPS also relies on one-time payments like COVID relief funds for programs or staffing without long-term plans when that money runs out. According to the audit, long-term impacts and future revenues or expenses were not considered in the budget process before last year. Board member Taylor Everett says there's a lot of changes the district has to make so they don't face a similar problem again.
The policies in place need to change to where the internal team has to come up with easy ways to produce reports that are understandable for us and the public to then make the right recommendations on board policy and things that work and things that don't work. So I don't think there's a great answer as to what that's going to look like, but that is now the job of the chiefs and the leaders of this district to come up with those solutions.
JCPS CFO Eddie Munn says he agrees with all of the findings the auditors found and those recommendations. The audit used the district's finances between 2022 and 2025, so any recent changes to address the deficit were not in the audit. Now, that audit will be presented to the board at its next meeting.
Well, happening today, Hardin County Schools will break ground on an elementary school. If you take a look behind me, you're going to be able to see the first pictures of what that new design looks like. The school will replace the current North Park Elementary School. Students from preschool to 5th grade will call the new building the home. It will be located out on Trojan Way in Radcliffe, Kentucky. The name, though, yet to be announced. As of right now, we are waiting for Hardin County Schools to announce when they expect this building to open up.
This morning, Shively Police will talk more about the arrest of people in what they are calling a coordinated attack. On Wednesday, Shively Police arrested 5 people, including a juvenile, in connection to a deadly shooting on February 2nd. That shooting happened outside Club 7 on 7th Street. According to an arrest citation, surveillance video shows 2 vehicles come to the club. One suspect went into that club with 2 others to ask about someone before the shooting. A short time later, police say they targeted and shot at 2 men. One of those men died, the other survived. All are now facing charges of murder. Happening today, a former Air Force pilot is due in Indiana court after the Department of Justice says he helped Chinese military pilots. Federal officials arrested 65-year-old Gerald Eddie Brown Jr. in Jeffersonville, Indiana. A criminal complaint says Brown tried arranging the terms of his contract to train Chinese military pilots. The complaint also says in December of 2023, Brown went to China to begin working with pilots. When he arrived, Brown answered questions for 3 hours about the U.S. Air Force. Brown was a decorated Air Force pilot for 24 years. He left in 1996 with the rank of major.
Now to some continuing coverage. Our WHAS11 focus team received the 911 calls after a woman was picked up by a Metro Public Works garbage truck when crews were cleaning an alley. Louisville Mayor Craig Greenberg's office, as well as the Public Works office, confirmed that Tyra Adams was picked up by a truck's mechanical claw in the Russell neighborhood alley. She died at the hospital. Her family says that she was homeless and known to live behind the J&M Food Mart. Tyra's sister told us that it's hard not to picture what her sister was feeling in that moment. 2 people from the store called 911.
A woman came in, she doesn't have any shoes on, she's beat all the selfie, and she's hollering, help, help, help.
I think that that's difficult to refrain from, being told the horrific details.
There is no record of any Public Works employee calling 911 that day. The mayor has publicly said that there's no wrongdoing in this case. LMPD's Public Integrity Unit is currently investigating that incident.
A Louisville father and chef is now in a fight to avoid deportation. He's in the U.S. legally. Aldo Soto Pandoja has a driver's license, federal work authorization, and a Social Security card, all approved by Homeland Security. But ICE is claiming he is a criminal and in the country illegally. According to Soto Pandoja's lawyer, he was charged with assault in 2023 but never convicted. They say when he went to court for a pretrial, ICE agents arrested him, even though he was meant to start a diversion program which would have expunged the charge in 3 years.
He's doing the right thing. He's filing the paperwork. He's seeking asylum. He hired a lawyer. He is seeking to become a naturalized citizen. In my opinion, he's doing everything that's required of him.
WHAS did reach out to a representative at ICE. We did not hear back. We also talked with his bosses at Houck's Corner, where Soto Pandoja was recently given a promotion. They were shocked by the deportation order, and a hearing is set for April 22nd. He's being held right now in the Oldham County Detention Center.
Well, right now, flu cases are spiking all over Jefferson County. You're taking a look at the trend on the public health, or the county's public health website. You can see that upward spike. This week, we're actually seeing the highest number of cases so far this flu season. That dates all the way back to September 29th. Since that time, we've had more than 11,000 reported cases of flu in Jefferson County. Now, according to the CDC, 5 children have died from flu-related illnesses in just the past week, while 71 reported children have died because of the flu this season. One of those deaths did happen here in Kentucky. In just the past week, more than 2,500 kids have tested positive for flu at Norton Healthcare alone. The current strain making its way through the Commonwealth is called influenza B. Now, these spikes are expected, but we spoke to a pediatrician who says that this is the second straight year we have seen flu cases rise.
As we're seeing this big increase in the number of flu cases, it's corresponding with a real decrease in our vaccination rates. And so I really do think that those two things are related.
Now, if you or your kids are experiencing symptoms like difficulty breathing or severe dehydration, that is a sign you need to go straight to an emergency room.
All right, Matt, coming over to you. Roads will be a little slick this morning.
That's right. We've got rain showers that are moving through most of Kentuckiana this morning, some of them focusing a bit heavier towards Campbellsville and Elizabethtown. I'm still thinking that we are in for a rainy morning until the afternoon. You can expect the sunshine to head our direction by the afternoon hours, bringing temperatures into the lower 50s. A sunny weekend ahead, but then we're expecting some snow showers mixed in with rain to arrive on Monday. That'll be our coldest day of next week. Those weather details are coming up in a few short minutes.